Good evening. Hope we're having a good day. No talk, no bullshit. Let's just get right into the big news. The big news is my hair looks frumped up. All flat and floofy. I kind of like having the fucked up hairdo. It's kind of nice. It's better than having to deal with my gigantic frumped up ponytail. I just get to kind of mess around with it and it kind of just flattens out, you know? I look like I'm about to buy Mountain Dew. It's frumped up. More or less. Wrong tip. Yeah, that's good. Got some battle line. Wanted to get through. Chat about stuff. Chat about new Warhammer releases. I only saw a few of them, so I actually wanted to bring up the full image. Yes. Yeah. The newest news for the new news. What the hell? Cookies. Wasn't that? It was this, but have I missed anything? Apologies, just gonna quickly jump around and see. No, I don't think anything has, Alright, nothing really crazy. That is an interesting tab, though. I'll have to see that later. It's the, one on building army lists. I still struggle with that. I build and just throw shit in there that seems cool without really a purpose, which isn't terrible, but it's also like, you know, you also want to be able to do shit and not get shot off the board. Am I missing? I am missing a couple, but I don't think that's gonna matter in the long play. No, okay. The brush is completed. Shining down, ham hog style. There we go. Please, let me see this. Am I fucking up? That's the... Oh boy. Might have hit a button I didn't mean to, but I think we're fine. Oh no. So that is correct. I could downplay the sharpness. Bring the gain down to see a bit better. I think now I can... Oh, nope, too much. Little. Alright, yeah, that is correct. One of these days, we'll get a better camera. But I'm going to quickly get some colors ready to go. Actually, do I need this color? I remember being gone. Right, I also had heavy metal. Abby, is that you? That is white alchemy, which I don't think I've used. I have not. Oh, not this one. Speed paint is also nice to have. You are black. No, you're heavy metal. Got it. Right. I remembered I used that for the plasma, of all things. Probably gonna have to keep this yellow. I also do have some unfortunate news. It looks like my, my ye olde secondhand paint shaker is on its last legs. It's not even turning on anymore. Breathe, please. No. I might just need to replace the batteries. It's been a while. Which is crazy because I don't recall using it too often. They might just be old. What was I in the middle of here? Definitely need you. I gotta see if I had an extra P3 formula. This guy's almost out too. There we go. Keep that close by. On a fun note, I brought over the lion that I finished this past week. Yes, this past weekend. brought over that line, and it is now chilling out in the nice little display case they got at my local hobby shop, which I thought was really nice. I asked him, like, hey, you think I could show this off? Get some feedback, and they said, go for it. I do have to chat with my buddy who they told me is actually the owner of the display case, and hopefully I'm not breaking any rules. I hate to come in and all of a sudden he just shouts up, who the hell put this here? I found the line, a nice little spot right next to another line that was submitted in. But in terms of Warhammer news, besides that Titus, I believe I talked about the Titus when it first came out, and I was super excited about it. I will say having the reasons why Titus is now like captain and whatnot, and why his retinue is the way it is, I feel like it's kind of bullshit. They really just wasted Chiron. It's kind of a needless kill. There really was no point. I mean, I didn't see any reason to do it. A lot of people are saying, like, oh, it's because Secret Level did so well, they wanted to work with Mataris instead of Chiron. Because people talked about Gadriel more than Chiron. I was like, yeah, but you didn't want to explore more with, like, the Calth sideline, or... Because he talked about having memories of Calth. It wasn't completely out of the loop kind of deal. But I guess we'll never get it. Que sera and all that. Get these Hell Blasters done. Oh, in terms of, I can actually show off something else I've been working in the sidelines. I finally got around and finished the final of the Officio Assassinorum. We got the whole Calidus Assassin right here. Sorry, Hellblaster. 2 seconds. But yeah, finished her up. She's on her little standing rock. Got the dirt, little golden pieces right here and there. You can tighten up the focus a bit for this. A little bit of the closer look. Oh yeah. Had some highlights for Grays because of the black suit. Highlights on the pins and needles. We actually had a good glow come off for the Xenoblade sword. Or I guess the, it's not a dagger. It's like a, I guess, sword arm. Because I was going to say hidden blade from Assassin's Creed, but no, that's not correct. Chilling out. Right underneath, doing her thing. Actually, you know what? Chill out. Say hello to the audience. Doing that thing again, where I talk. 500 miles a minute. I gotta settle down. So I had this over here, had a bunch of metal go into it, nothing I was worried about there. Speedwells were fine. one I did fuck up. It's fine, because... black right here. Which, funny enough, I actually do need more of already. But yeah, been slowly tackling the pile of shame as much as I can. We finished up the Calidus, and actually, I started up the, like, really paying attention and practicing my thinning, because I've been noticing I've been fucking that up lately, but, recently started up the Lieutenant Titus model. So I got this on the side, focusing on thinning as well as just blending. Because I believe those are my shortest points now. And white. The color white in general. We got him separated. But yeah, I noticed after I finish my models, I tend to notice a lot of the times where I would need to blend, I didn't do it as well as I could. And it looks a bit like blocky. It looks blocky and it doesn't really capture well in the light. So Titus is going to be my little guinea pig for that. I'm going to give him like 3 layers of blue. Yours was covered. I think I just needed to give you... I know it's the plasma weapons I'm worried about. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Something really awesome I've been noticing, I've been getting a lot more... I've been a lot more energetic as of late, which I think is good. Before, I used to be tired. A lot. I still am, but it's during work hours, so it's normal now. Caffeine could be playing a role in it, but I've been on-off. We'll see. Okay, that portion was heavy metal. I gotta get the outline for that. That's cleared. That needs a touch-up. Do I want to give him... I'm also expanding into what I paint more of. I'm trying to make sure I use as little dots as possible. It does make my eventual blending harder, or not blending, shading for the color scheme harder, but I do, seeing the Titus mini, I kind of want to try some of the knee transfers. Or just give some color to the knees in general. Listen, you know my motto. I may not win my tabletop games, but I look damn good when I die. Do I want to worry about the other knee pad? Maybe? Yeah, I'll do it. For the Sergeant, I'll do it. Why not? What I also need to do is find myself a damn chair. Doesn't slide around. I need a damn chair with emplacement spikes. Like I'm some kind of artillery piece. There we go. That'll work good for that. I think now I just tackle the, plasma. Oh, also, I've been wanting to do or complete more of the bases for the knights. I have another one that I need to paint, as well as one I need to finish its base on. I'm gauging whether I want to do that on stream or not, but it's basically, I want to try and follow. My basing so far is still kind of plain, and I kind of just rely on mud, snow, and water in a sense. But I want to see if I can up my game in that aspect too, so I will probably in the future, dedicate a painting stream to bases. And in between that, do like all the required stuff for prepping them, like making the mud, setting up the setting, and I want to start that off with autumn, like an autumn look, because I wanted to have the walkers walking around during like fall season. I got some trees for that as well. That's what I forgot. I forgot to go get red and brown primer. Damn it. All right. That's a note for myself tomorrow. That's what I forgot to get today. I knew I forgot something. Piss. Heavy metal. I could actually set you up now. So, I need a good brush for like dropping it. This one right here. Qu'est-ce que c'est? I might actually eventually make you a drawing brush. I think I need to carefully. You know what? Save that. There's got to be something else I can use. Save you. Running out of options. How about you? Probably not. You do not have a good fine tip. Maybe you? Yeah, I could work with that. Honestly, the hardest portion about plasma miniatures is doing the actual plasma effect. Okay. So once that dries, I guess I could also I can work on the face in between while that's drying, because it's another thing. I mean, yeah, I don't know what I expected when looking that up. I guess just to get an idea. Not much variety. At all. Yeah, it's what I expected. Well, there's one, but, you know, same coloring. Alright. So I think I'll just settle with that, yeah. Give me you. Can do like a darkish brown. Boom, boom, boom. Kind of looks like, it's, in a weird way, it looks like I'm painting a Hellblaster version of a Space Marine Woody without his hat on. It's kind of got that brown look, doesn't it? Same brownish sheen that Woody had. Come on. More hair, or is that electronics? That's hair. Okay. All right. Kind of want to go for a base. I gotta get my launcher's worth of skin tones. Get me a basic and a shadow. I'll start with that. I really don't know how a shaker would do with these. I feel like it would completely destroy them. That's right. I'm stuck doing it like this. There we go. Good there. So get that. This. more. I'll grab it. You know what? Give me this, actually. Let's see if I understand this the way I think it's going to work. Definitely need it thinned out to the nines. Rest is metal. Is that an ear? I can't tell because it's like mushed into the metal. Oh, that top is, Correct thing to be confused about. I can actually bring it down just so you can see the face. The face. Actually, you know what? Give me... Where's lead? I think that is an ear. Just carefully displaced from the rest. Am I too close? A little bit. Okay. Go. Yeah, that's a full ear. That's crazy. Does not look like one. You see, it's like it's broken into the metal. You can see it right there. It's super strange. this now. Probably still gonna do basic flesh, but got that. There you go, that's a good glob. The rest of these are good. Speaking of, let's get the blue out and ready. And I saw this trick. If I can't use a bit of dry brushing to help me out here. It's not bad, honestly. Careful dry brushing on might be my key to decent plasma glow. What else was the next step for that? That. That's right, and then the lighter version over this version. That might be too light, actually. I actually think I should have just used this then. That actually looks pretty good. It's not bad plasma glow. Look at this growth. That's what we like to see. What we like to see. Heck yeah. Oh, you know what? I should wait until I get all the shading done, then apply a glow if I want to try that. We're expanding our mind view. That's actually a good image. I'm also looking at like Imperial Fist images for like inspiration on what to do. I should find a way to add foliage camouflage to those bolt snipers and last fusils that I have. I feel like that'd be really fucking funny to look at. Are there any? Let me see. Foliage to miniature. Whoop. Weapons. Mostly for like big things like tanks. Don't know if I can get away putting on like, if I had miniature like leaves that I could glue them onto, I could do it. There's definitely miniature leaves. Let me see. Miniature resin tree leaves. Etsy, you beautiful bastard. Yeah, this would work out nice. I'll think about this afterwards. For now, keep that open. Good glow. I actually don't have a red. A red and the bone. I'm not gonna need much red anyway. It's mostly for the honorific sign, the Aquila, and purity seals. It's funny though. The traditional sense of the Imperial Fist is red trim as well. I just don't like it like that. I prefer black trim on them, which I mean you can just easily substitute that as like it's a secondary company kind of look. Not every company has the same trim. Okay, Sarah. Do that, please. I think I can reach that. Perfect. Good there. Get that going. Alright, back to this face business. Oh boy. Poosh. I'm gonna shift you down so as to not hit you. sure it's not too overpowering. It's thin down enough, I don't think it's too much of a worry. There we go. Faces are definitely getting better. Then I need pink light and... What's this? Pale? Yeah. I was gonna say radiant flesh. Just a little bit, baby. Little 3 dots. I'll tell you this much, my, Carefully, don't explode. I feel like you're going to. My, entire retinue of paints has definitely expanded beyond Citadel now. I have products of AK, Scale Color, P3, War Paint. It's everywhere now. It's the pink flesh, I believe, right? Yes. Okay. Shift away so that I have more room. Boom, 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 boom. Hold on. Let me wet it a bit more just because I don't trust it. It's much better than usual. You're right that it's not blocky. For that, I think we're good. And I think... You know what? Hold on. Add some of this to that. A little bit more overpowering, but not too much. That might be exactly what I'm looking for. I'm painting faces, mama. Carefully. I think that looks good. Poosh. Now I need a thinned up white. Get that inner eyelid. There we go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the very carefully placed... Give me a point. You're not giving me a point. That's not good. Whoosh. Is there a, ooh. Whoosh. You do. Definitely did it, but... I think I did get it. I got the eyeball. Hell yeah. Hey, there we go. Much better. Much, much better. Good, we got it. Holy fuck. My eyes are screwed in my later years. There we go, I'm content with that. Just need to give him his little silver buttons now. There we go. I actually do need greens. No! Because I forgot, I have cybernetic eyes on these bastards. actually fixed up the little bit I was worried about. Awesome. Hey. Got it on the head pretty neatly. Heck yeah. We're grooving. Speaking of grooving, the ad break is here. It's a bit an hour. Yeah. It's cleared there. I need to get metal into there. Alright. So that thing right there. I think we are ready for the Night of Many Shades. Alright, let me get these boys in the starting lineup. Have our shades ready. I'm going to take my victory swig. Oh no, I did forget. I forgot. I just talked about it. I forgot a little bit of metal. I actually forgot metal in a number of places. Okay. All good there. We're gonna need metal there. Underneath. I think it's kind of funny. I recognize the plasma pistol as being the normal plasma firearm for the guardsman infantry. And because this plasma weapon is way larger. Alright. That should be all I'm looking for. Just those extra metal bits. Alright, now it's time for shading. I'll do one more quick scan, but I think we're good. Yes. I actually do have to be careful. Because I have an area of white that I want to see if I can keep clean until I add the mud in. It's going to be quite tricky. Quickly push this back. Very carefully. Good. And there was something I forgot, but it's fine because it's minute. Also needed to double check if I was muted. That single word reminded me. I was like, oh god. That's not good. Circle. Oh, too thin. Yes. incorporate snakebite? Maybe. Well, what I can do is grab this. Actually hit the pack and the arm with null. There we go. And there we go. Actually hit the sepia. Actually, some parts I can retool with the yellow. Actually, no, I don't need to. What was the other area I saw? Not that. Oh, right, the skull that's on that pauldron. We can actually, if we ever needed to, stop right there because we'd have a done fist. But we don't finish till everything's in here. Make my fist dirt worthy. Pick that up off the blue.
Now for the final touch. Actually, I know what I can do for the final touch over here before I start implementing the null. Go. There we go. Little color on the Hell Blaster. I know a lot of them run like the standard Mastercrafted black. Ah, crap. That's not what I wanted. Go back. Go back. Better. It's crazy how careful you have to be. Alright. Good there, good there. A little dip. There we go. There's our Hellblaster Sergeant. Look at that pretty boy. There's one thing I forgot to do, which was just update his scanning eye. There we go. Sick. Well, that's left us to apply the, Oh, that's right, it's the, little dirt mound. Uh-oh. There we go. Just enough to cover the track. It's crazy. Alright. Looks like I need to act fast. This thing's getting out of hand. Yeah, it's just showing me its age. There it is. Yeah, the rest I can work with. That's fine. Alright, when that dries in a medium time. That's when our rubber black comes in. And that boy's done. First of 10 Hell Blasters completed. I think I can actually get away with it now. This stuff's been drying fast, actually. takes care of that. There we go. Actually, need to set him off to the side so
I can code him for later.
might as well take care of the other one with a face since I have him up. He actually might need dry brushing of yellow so I can take care of this. Ooh, uh-oh. I need to go full dry before I do this. I'm actually stripping. Which is not good. Okay. There we go. Is that better? Yeah, that's slightly better. At least the yellow orchard's working with me this time. Yeah, but I do remember these guys had funky leg plates. Because it might have been the day I primed them. That black primer just did not stick correctly. But it is fine, because that just helps with the eventual shading come for it. Get rid of that. I also can't forget, don't forget to remind me that I need to get transfers ready. So that's gonna be heavy metal. I think I can get this going. That is not correct. I actually did miss that. Now the fun part of going back and forth with the yellow. I also need to try and hit the Aquila. Best as I can. Go. I think that's. Yep. Good. That's clear there. Bottom here is a different story. Let me stretch real quick. up for over half the days. Never good for the long run. All right then. It's going to be a lot easier to go around and do the ones without a face, though. That'll just fall in line with the rest of the armor. I thought about giving them white helmets, but I'm probably going to reserve that type of scheme for the stern guard because of the whole honorifics thing. I'll tell you this though, it's getting to be a lot more bearable painting the 10-man squads. Kind of just trying to find ways to turn my brain off when doing the same schemes over and over again. It is quite difficult, to be honest, though, just because of the straight-up boredom you might just feel doing the same setup over and over again. At least with characters in the same army fold. They've got different poses, different things to paint. It's not like each character has a plasma pistol. You have to paint alongside it. It gets very dull very quickly. Boo, boo, hell blasters are very similar to the intercessor squad. But I'm painting giant plasma incinerators? That sounds correct. It's bigger than a standard plasma gun, so... I could have made this so much easier on myself. Why did I give them the giant coil backpack? I guess in my mind it made sense that way. Meanwhile, there's a whole build where it's just a detachable magazine. Got that. Actually do need the blue now because I broke that. Did not want it all blue. I assume it'll work out fine though, so not too worried. Let that coil up. Did carefully, okay. It's not that bad, but it's gonna take a bit of highlighting to get rid of. I just gotta wait for it to dry. That's not what I was hoping for. So how much metal is actually on? I should also do this too. Actually on the face. Let me paint that black tree. Cool extra black, never hurt nobody. Hey, tree's done. That's a pain I created for myself. But I did it, no worries. Looking very promising. Making sure I'm not missing anything though. I also think it's about time I take a walk around. Stretch for real too. Before we go into the face, I will take a second to stretch a bit. So you know what? I think it's a perfect time to take 5. catch a breather everywhere. It's frustrating that that's rough there, but whatever's necessary. So, take 5, be right back. Refill your drinks and whatnot.
Hey, we're back. And I think I want to, well, one, dedicate some time to the plasma.
And 2, After I'm done with this guy, I do feel like I'm ready to collapse, but I want to try and spend some time, and I wanted to head to New Recruit for a bit just to chat about some more list building. The more time I take to just list build continuously, it feels it feels not fine, but it feels good just to stretch the idea out. But what was it? Did this not save? I thought it did. There it is. Okay, I just have to refresh. But I wanted to see about making. I've made a list dedicated to the. What is it? The first company with Lysander, the Fist anyway. But I wanted to go through and make one for Tor as well. Try and implement some. Not only try and make it a little bit, I say competitive, but like a little bit fun, but also some sneaky things to think about. Still implement Gravis as part of, the whole Torgaradon thing, but at the most, it would probably only include aggressors, maybe heavy intercessors, and eradicators. But mostly the heavy intercessors and the aggressors, because the eradicators I kind of have as a secondary option. Very good. Plasma pistol, so I don't need to include the next portion. But what I can do is this. This guy needs a lot of rotating mechanics just to breathe, apparently. I will say this, it was a good idea that I wanted to run the, most of the Hellblaster guys. Not most, but like some of them without helmets. Kind of like my first dive into painting faces more often. And I mean, it is going great. I have been more confident when it comes to flesh. Just knowing what the blends are that I need to use. I think we're good there. We have all the points, and then now it's just getting the shades of the position. Thinner, please. Thank you. point that it keeps getting into the skin is annoying me. Okay. I went into this next. Getting a big old brighter face. Probably not going to be able to reapply metals until I get through the whole face. It's not wet enough. Welcome back from your ad break. Bald boy's looking good. He's not too blocky, isn't he? It's hard to tell. I'm pretty sure I've been thinning it enough, though. Which is good news for me. Gotta make sure he applies that shine. There we go. That's a handsome boy right there. Get them both. I think I did. Yeah, perfect. Hitting these two eyes is going to be a nightmare. Oof. Does not seem to be working as intended. hard to get a damn point in these things sometimes. I can't even tell if I'm hitting the iris. God, that's almost impossible. I might just have to leave it as it is then. Or else I risk messing up the whole thing. Oh no, I forgot. I did this. Plasma. That's not good. There we go.
Did I, where did I put that? I can't remember if I put a white mark. I did not, but it was potent enough that poked through? Yeah, I can see it.
Not the worst glow effect, but definitely could be better. Might have to do the eyes like that. Yeah. That's better. You can tell there are eyes there, it's just a little bit concave. It's not like the other one, unfortunately. He's kind of just squinting. Got that. I think that's everything. And then I can tackle the portions that were covered in skin colors. There we go. There's a better head altogether, which is good. Okay, I think now it's time for him to receive his slices of shades, and then we can just chill for a bit and create something fun. What company is he in charge of? I've actually never checked Torgaradon's company charge. That's Waha, actually. That's not the wiki. Cancel. Here he is. Here's the boy. The third company. Distilled, he's mastered the battlefield, yada yada. Oh wow, you get to see him in his sergeant getup. Sheesh. That's funny. A little bit of lore drop. But yeah, third company. Okay. Interesting. I also do want to say... Do I want to give that white? Like this right here is to not waste it. But yeah, I think the sergeant will keep the black shoulder pad. And I'll give white to every single Hellblaster for a little bit of distinction. Just a bit, just a tad. Have it all on the left knee pad kind of deal. Do have to be careful as to not get Cassandra in any undesirable locations. Just to bungle everything up. Oh, I did miss that little thing. Damn it. Alright. One little thing I missed. It's fine. I recognized it after Cassandra was applied. It is okay, though. There we go. Just a little bit of the inner suit that was poking out. Go. Make it a bit easier for myself. Second Agrax on that. I will also double up. Call this Third Company. 2000, that's correct. Got it. Force Gladius, because I'm at double. Nope, that's incorrect one. This one, please. There we go. There we go. It's there, that's there. Actually, do need to give a little bit more metal. I always seem to drown out the tiny skull on the pauldron. He doesn't have one. Make sure I leave the transfer sheet out. Want Agrax on the head, we probably want no oil on the head. old shiny bald head. Damn speed paint. Let me see this real quick. There we go. Nice. Oh, that's what I should have done. I should have given them campaign tracks. I got Agrax all over me. What the fuck? There we go. Where is he? There he is. Hold on, give me this. There we go. There we go. Got a sergeant and one of his Hellblasters. These dried up very quickly and nicely. I like it. The Mudfists are coming together nice. It's been really fun refining this scheme over and over again. I'll leave him on this thing. Deal with his basing later. But I did want to run through a little list on the side. What time is it? I might have to start calling it a night. But you know what? I can show off what I've gotten together so far in the terms of list spinning. I could just head to the beginning. Their company. So the idea I think I've had for running the when I saw the Terminator box was just Lysander, Emperor's Shield. I know it's just a different version. I learned it's a different version of just First Company Task Force, but I think a fun way to do this would be, well, the way I've been planning it is Lysander with an Ancient, Champion of the Feast, full Terminator Assault with hammers, Captain with an Ancient, and, not the Ancient, he has the Disciple of Rectos enhancement, and the normal Terminator Assault squad. Basically, or the normal Terminator squad. Basically, have one unit with the melee with a once per game ability to where I just give them one more, I think it's one more strength and one more attack. That's the Champion of the Feast. Champion of the Feast. Here it is. Do this. Oh yeah, here it is. the champion. Add 1 to the characteristic of the bearer's melee weapon. Since he's a ancient, and he's also carrying the banner, he gets the free extra attack on the hammer. But, yeah, once per battle, at the start of any phase, he can use the enhancement and then just give +1 attack to all melee weapons in the bearer's unit. So essentially, he naturally has 5 because of it. I also think it's crazy he also has a Stormbolter. And he can be... yeah, he can be onto the Terminator Assault Squad. Just a double check. And essentially, where is it? They naturally have 3 attacks. Once per game, gives them 4. And then it also will boost up Lysander. Basically giving him 6 attacks at strength 10, AP 3 damage. Also just giving them crazy OC. And then what else was there? Besides the +1, yeah. Each time Molly makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll if that unit is below its starting strength. And add 1 to the wound roll if it's below its half. So it gives them the soft purifier rule. Was there anything else I missed? Nope. Just that. Make the Terminator Assault Squad with hammers a little bit more palatable. And the captain making it so that his Terminator Squad become OC4 with his once per game ability. Disciple of Rictos, yeah. He basically improves the OC by 1, so I believe he becomes a 2, and then once per battle at the start of any phase, he can use the enhancement, and if he does, he basically gives another +1 OC to all the models in his unit. So with Lysander on the field, he becomes OC2 because he's Terminator. And with his extra 1, he becomes OC3 naturally, and then he's able to then make his entire unit gain 1 more, making him OC4 and all the Terminator Assaults. So that's, let me see, because I gotta double check. Is the Ancient? Ancient's naturally a 1 as well, so he'd go up to 2. The Terminator Assaults, or the Terminator Squad, getting their they don't get a banner, right? No, they do not. They just have Fury of the Fist. Which kind of makes it redundant to take, considering, the entire chapter, or the entire thing is just +1 to the Oath target anyway. This kind of helps to just keep it, I guess. What's it? They make it OC2, OC3, and basically it's 5-man making it OC20 while Lysander's on the field, plus the Ancient plus the Captain makes it... I'm trying to think. No, it's not a OC4, I'm sorry. OC2, Captain naturally gives himself +1, making him OC3, and then he can burn it to give it an additional. Is it an additional, or is it just he gives it to the entire unit? Let me see. Phase until the end of the phase, add 1 to the objective control of all other models. Okay, so no, he does not improve himself by 1, so it's 3, 6, 15. So it makes that entire group OC21, I believe. If that's correct. Then we got 2 Intercessor Squads for stickies. Since I have that big box, I'll be running the Company Heroes, Melta Squad, the 10-man Stern Guard, and then 3 Dreadnoughts. I wanted a reason to run double the Redemptors, because I still have that re-kitted Contemptor Dreadnought to run as a Redemptor with his larger base, as well as the Plasma. And then I also have the Ballistas. And it would just help that way I wouldn't have to build extra and just focus on doing the Terminator Squad, painting up this, painting and building that, and then finding... Funny enough, the box also came with a captain, so running both of these would be fine. I already have a captain with the Relic Shield, so that'd be fine into the Company Heroes, and then I would just need to get 1, 2... I would just need to get 3 more Terminators? Yeah? That sounds about right. What else was there? I think I thought about taking a tank. I thought about it, but I was like, I tend to do a lot of the tank, and this is just a fun list anyway. It's not great, but it's not terrible. If I had to rank it in like Magic the Gathering terms, probably CDH2. Because there's definitely a purpose here, but Emperor's Shield really isn't the greatest. It's a nice detachment ability. It's better than Anvil Siege, I'll give you that much. Oh no, that's right. This it actually does work better with you can use the Terminator spot because this only lets you reroll wound rolls of 1. Lets you reroll once to wound on the Oath target. So actually having the +1 is fine. Okay. My bad. The detachment is reroll once to wound against the Oath target. Which, since I'm also Codex compliant, it also means I get frick, what is it? It's a +1 to wound. So it'd be +1 to wound, reroll ones to wound. That's a lot of garbanzo beans. Honestly, the enhancements really sell it a lot for me because it's super flavorful, but can also be very impactful. Again, not as impactful as other shit, but honestly, making the Terminator Assault Squad just have one more attack on their Thunder Hammers, making them OC3? No. Just giving them +1 to hit if they're below starting strength, which is already great on the Oath target regardless, but just really making them a powerhouse. And I think for the rest of the night, I'm going to see about making a whole list for Mr. Tor Garrett on here. But above all, that's going to do it for us tonight. So thank you guys for stopping by for a little paint up and chatting about updates. Saturday for it's not big project weekend anymore, so it's more of just better paint practice. I might actually I might work with the I was gonna say Leandros, the Titus that I have there, Lieutenant Titus, and then I also have a little Greyfax on the side that I've been meaning to paint up and also slot in as like a spare Inquisitor, because I know she's actually a pretty decent field unit. I think she's a shit ton of points. So where's that's Legends. Can I hide? Let me hide the Legends stuff. Hide the Knights, hide the Legends, hide the Titans. Imperium Physical. Inquisitor Greyfax. She's only 65 points? Oh, they did change her leadership. I remember her being leadership 5. No, she's leadership 6. Modeling the unit. It's all this unit such. But, it's fine. Yeah, you could just have her as a cheap action monkey. Kind of like how you would use Codier's. But I think you'd want it more as a terms of, more... What's the word I'm thinking of? Screening. Yes. Screening's the word I was looking for. But, see you guys Saturday. Do all the fancy stuff. Do all the socials. Check out the Discord. Post your own pics. I want to see them. You want to see other people's stuff. Let's get that growing. But until then, see you next time.